Welcome back to the YellowCard Vanguard channel. I'm your host, Toku from It's Toku TV on Twitch. Every Monday, I'm streaming Vanguard content. In the past few Mondays, we've been brewing up clan collection lists and testing them, so swing on by to be part of the process. 2 weeks into the series, and we're into day 14. Today, we'll be taking a look into a new paradigm and revival of a Pale Moon archetype, Beast Tamers and Bunnies. Clan Collection introduces us to Beast Tamer Tileps, the new grade 3 unit that plays off of Bunnies in Soul, and the Beast Tamer name to get him a partner in his act, a co-vanguard, if you will. Let's take a closer look at our new friend, the new grade 3 unit, Bunny Beast Tamer Tileps. He has the skill on Vanguard Circle to counterblast 1 and Soul in 2 cards from hand. Then, you can call up to 2 grade 2 or less from Soul and call them to rear circle. Afterwards, you can choose a front row rear guard with Beast Tamer in his name, not named Tileps, and that circle becomes a Vanguard Circle. His second skill gives all of our front row units 1k for each grade 1 unit, or card in Soul, with Bunny in its name. His first skill is very good, as it gets us a second Vanguard and thus a second drive check for the turn, allowing us to put on a lot of pressure. Almost always, this will be Golden Beast Tamer that we are promoting to Vanguard. The second skill is nothing to scoff at either. By having 1 bunny in Soul, we're able to reach magic numbers against Force deck, and every 5 bunnies counted is an extra 5k to our front. I think the threshold of bunnies required to reach good numbers is 1 to hit the Force, 4 for our grade 2s to solo attack into Force, and 11 in conjunction with GBT's effect to get us 14k to the front row, allowing our grade 2s to hit 23k by themselves. The new grade 2 unit is Bunny Beast Tamer Assistant Chlorina. She has 2 Vanguard skills. The first one allows us to Soul in 1 from hand on attack, call a grade 2 or less to rear from our Soul, and her second skill gives us an extra drive check when you have 3 or more grade 1 bunny units or bunnies in Soul when she is the Vanguard. Primarily, I see her as an insanely good grade 2 ride. Between the grade 1s we have, we can easily get the twin drive requirement. Her first skill lets us extend even more, but is a weaker version of GBT's on attack. Still, if we happen to run out of GBT's, she is a good alternative. The new grade 1 unit we have is Amusement Bunny. On ride, you can tutor 7 for a Beast Tamer. If you added a card to hand, you would then Soul in 1 from hand. Ideally, in this case, another grade 1 bunny. Its rear effect is at the end of the battle that it attacked or boosted, you can Soul in a rear guard, even itself if need be. This is another card that screams, Ride Me. Its ride skill helps you find your next grade 2 and grade 3 ride, but also fuel the Soul of bunnies to ease turning on Chlorina's twin drive effect. The second effect helps recycle rear guards to be called from Soul, and even helps in the board clearing process you're against a control matchup. And finally, the new grade 3 unit is Nightmare Doll Lindy. Some lights lit up in my head when I saw it was a Nightmare Doll. Maybe some premium applications? Regardless, it is a new grade 3 heal guardian and should be considered for fact of helping buffer early game transitions, but even more importantly, it works as an attacker in a pinch where a grade 0 wouldn't. Let's run through the recipe and I'll walk everyone through our ideal turns. We start with our main body, 4 copies of Tileps as our grade 3 ride. It's pretty imperative we get him in hand ASAP because riding any of our other grade 3s is a death sentence. We've got 4 copies of Chlorina as our grade 2 ride. Between how many grade 1 bunnies we run and the effects that are tacked onto them, it should be easy to get that twin drive. Hopefully. Then we've got 4 copies of Amusing Bunny as our grade 1 ride as well. We already have Masquerade Bunny as a grade 3 searcher, and Amusing Bunny acts as our 5th to 8th copy when ridden on the Vanguard Circle. Our deck plays off of Beast Tamer and Bunny names, and luckily, or unluckily, depending on how you look at it, that card pool is small. We opt to run 4 Golden Beast Tamer as our ideal co-vanguard on our combo turns. Her 3k buff coupled with Tileps' front row buff, in conjunction with attack extensions that this deck can have, goes a long way. To up our bunny count, we are running 4 copies of Masquerade Bunny to help find our grade 3 pieces, which, if you notice, is a lot. But she's also a 13k body on the board. We've got 4 copies of Midnight Bunny, A as a grade 1 name for conditions, but B also as an extender if they allow the attack and boosted to hit. And then we have a singleton copy of Brazier Bunny. Mainly just as another bunny name, I don't think its effect will come up too often unless we really need that soul charge. Including the 4 Amusing Bunnies, this gives us 13 grade 1 bunny. We are now left with 8 slots to play around with. I've opted to include 4 copies of Silverthorn Rising Dragon as a constant 19k attacker that will usually break the 23k threshold by itself thanks to GBT and Tileps. We have 2 copies of Comicality Chimera as a source of countercharge for my list, since I do aim to counterblast around 2 to 3 times any turn I combo. Lastly, the last 2 slots go to Nightmare Doll Alex, a non-conditional attack extender that can always pop out every turn. Yes please. Often Alice will call out a Rising Dragon to end our turn off and hopefully end the game in our favor. In our trigger lineup, I've opted to run 12 critical triggers and 4 Grade 3 Heal Guardians. As stated before, the Grade 3 Heal Guardians act as a rearguard attacker, but also as a safety mechanism to get us into Grade 3. I've chosen to run Crit Sentinels over the Draw Sentinels as I'm looking to blast my opponent to sky-high damage early, to the point that just a little bit of extra aggression and high power from the multi-attacks that my list is optimized for can end the game before they stabilize. Instead of going through a line of plays for a combo video, I'll provide you with decision trees. Tileps can use a skill to call any combination of Rising Dragons and Grade 1. Ideally, we aim to turn GBT into our second Vanguard, but in a pinch, we can use his skill to call Clarina from Soul and turn her into a second Vanguard instead. Nightmare Doll Alice, after battle, will usually aim to call a Rising Dragon or Masquerade Bunny for an extra attack. Any Midnight Bunny resolution should almost always be an extension to another Alice if we have Counterblast available afterward. Otherwise, we can call Chimera for countercharge or Rising Dragon for another last push. GBT can also call any 2 units from Soul, and most times if we have Counterblast afterwards, same as Midnight Bunny, it is Alice and another unit. Otherwise, this will be any 2 units based on what your needs are. Midnight Bunny for another Soul Charge, Rising Dragon for our push, and Chimera for CC if we haven't done it yet. One possible combo could be Tileps skill to promote GBT, call Rising Dragon and Midnight Bunny, call Chimera, Alice, and any other unit, let's say Masquerade Bunny to the rear. Attack 1 would be Masquerade Bunny, Attack 2, Rising Dragon unboosted. Attack 3 with Chimera to push Dragon into Soul and countercharge. Attack 4 with Alice, and then we're gonna recall the Dragon in front of Midnight Bunny. Attack 5 will be GBT, we're gonna recall Alice, and another unit, and here we can twin drive. Attack 6 will be Alice and resolve it to call another unit. Attack 7 will be Rising Dragon boosted by Midnight Bunny. If this resolves, we can call another Alice if Counterblast allows it, or just our next biggest attacker, and then we'll go into Tileps. Let's say that the attack does go through. We have our 8th attack with Alice, and our 9th attack with whatever unit Alice calls, and our last attack will be with Tileps, and hopefully get some crit triggers to end the game there. Now, what I just imagined here is absolutely a pipe dream, but I wanted to show the potential that this list is able to produce, and hopefully, I hope I didn't break any rules here. Now, what if you don't like my list? Well, first of all, you're wrong, but second of all, there are plenty of other options in Pale Moon that you can include in the 8 slots that are up to choice. Misdirection lets you fill up Soul while also digging for combo pieces when placed from hand, if you find that it's too hard to amass combo pieces. Similarly, a new promo introducing this set, Artistic Baton Twirl, plays a similar role to Misdirection, allowing us to dig for pieces but also to fill up our soul. Also acts as a 14k attacker and could replace the dragons if you find that having more dig and more soul is more important. Jumping Jill is also an option to recycle Midnight Bunnies or Masquerade Bunnies as boosters, and we can't ever forget Dorian, another beast tamer we can use with Tileps if you're looking to amass some hand in this deck. By turning her circle into a Vanguard circle, we don't have to retire her at the end of turn, and we will have her live for next turn as well. In any case, that's all I've got to say for Pale Moon in today's segment of Clan Collection Course, and I will see you tomorrow. Toku out.